Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. I hope you're learning from my videos. If you have messaged me on my email, please be patient. I can't answer all emails. I receive a lot. Some emails I won't reply to on email, but I'll make a video talking about the subject. Look, what I want to remind you of in this video is that everyone in this world that wants to reach something, they make use of a cover. You have the supernatural cover when you walk by faith, and you have the counterfeit cover that the paranormal offers. Okay, let me give an example. Let's say you're walking down the streets and there's a drunk driver in a vehicle. Let's say he lost control over the steering wheel, and now the car is out of balance. But you are walking there and the car's coming your direction, but suddenly it bounces the other way. What has happened? You have a cover. And let's say that you walk by faith. That means that cover you have supernaturally hindered that negative energy that was around the car from coming near you. And that's why the car bounced off. The intention was of the unclean spirits that you would be hit, that you would die. But because there was this cover, it went the other way. There were some pedestrians over there who had no cover at all because they're atheists, they don't believe in God, no experience, all of that. So when the attack bounced off, the unclean spirits just took out whoever they could. So those pedestrians now were hit by the car. Now what's going on there? They don't have any cover. You had the cover because you operate supernaturally. Just one example. Or let's say, let me give another example. Let's say that a company is about to go bankrupt. So to prevent that, they need to fire people. And now you have this guy at the job. He doesn't work very well. He talks a lot instead of working. People are annoyed by him, but when the moment comes that they need to fire people, he's not fired. Why? Because he has a paranormal cover. He lights candles to certain gods at home. He has statues of Egyptian gods in his wardrobe. And this paranormal cover, which comes from demons, prevent him from being fired. So he's guaranteed that he has his income. If they really want to fire him, they need to provide him another job. So that is his security. It's not because he works well, it's not because he's so kind or so nice, nor because he has much competence. It is the paranormal cover that keeps him there. And I want to remind you about this because too often we think that things just happen because they happen, or it's because of human strength. No. Those in the world, I'm talking about the world now, that want security, they go to the paranormal because that's the only thing they have, because they're not born again, so they can't walk by faith. The only thing they have is paranormal. So they study the paranormal, whether it's voodoo, hoodoo, juju, or some other cult, some other religious cult. They study it well. They practice it because they know without it, they're finished. It can be that you have this guy walking out there. He's from the ghetto, and where he lives now, a lot of folks can't stand him. They don't want him over there. But none of the neighbors, none of the people even dare to say a word against him. Why not? Because he is into juju. Let's say he's from Africa, he's into juju. And every time people get to murmur, complain about him, well, things break in their houses because demons retaliate on the guy's behalf. So to retain this paranormal cover, he's involved in selling pornography and some other stuff just to keep the demon satisfied, to spread the negative. He has his cover because he knows the moment he does not operate in that cover, people will look for a fight with him and he can get hurt. And he's from the ghetto. He has seen what envy and jealousy does to people. If you become the target of jealousy or envy, bad stuff can happen to you. Especially if you have a group of people against you. So that guy knows, without this cover, I'm finished. I want to remind you about this truth about covers. It is because those in the world that are practical, they go to the paranormal and they're serious about it. While believers ought to be far more serious than those in the world. So this whole BS of this pastor says this, that pastor says that, this church says this, I'm not into that. What does the Lord say? was in agreement with Christ, because it's the supernatural power that you need to operate in, not what your boss said or what he said or what someone on YouTube said. I mean, just think about it. A lot of folks out there, the only reason, I'm talking about worldly people now, the only reason why nobody harms them, the reason why they don't have any car accidents, all of that, is because they have a paranormal cover. Because understand this, you are vulnerable as a human being. You can be walking down the street with a group of people and suddenly an accident happens. How are you going to prepare for that? Now those in the world that are practical, they have a paranormal cover, and that's why no accident happens to them. It's redirected somewhere else. Or let's say you're looking for a job, you have the competences, but you still need to be hired. Well, you can fill in 200 applications and face a lot of rejection, or you can operate in a cover and somewhere a job appears for you. That's what people in the world do, that are practical. This whole BS of free will and all of those things, you need to forget about them. Because that's not how reality is. And let me tell you, most people out there that have a cover, they have a paranormal cover. Many churches are operating in the paranormal. And the only reason why certain people have ease in their life is because they attend that church. Why? Because they're under the cover of that pastor, who's really a warlock. But people call him a pastor. I'm telling you, look at things realistically. Let go of what society taught you. Let go of what school taught you, if what school taught you was not right. Because most of you never heard of covers. Well, I've spoken about it. I'm reminding you of it. Walk in your supernatural cover. Okay? Because those in the world know if you don't operate in their cover, they're finished. And sometimes it happens that a businessman who got a lot of money thinks, I don't need this cover anymore. And suddenly one rival comes by. It can be someone off the streets who's just upset, decides to take it out on him, and he's shut down. I'm telling you. As a believer, be realistic. Walk by faith and not by sight. That's it for now. Agree with Christ and be at peace.